Hey everyone, Brian from Wrenches and Rides, and I'm here at the SEMA 2018 show with Courtney Barber, and we have a mutual friend that is Summit Racing. So
yes,
that's how we met. And Courtney has an interesting story. Last year she brought a 1965 Mustang. This year you have a 1978 Bronco. Tell us a little bit about Courtney because you're so interesting.
Well, it all started out about 10 years ago. I got a 1965 Mustang, and you know, I started doing little things on it myself, and YouTube was my friend, and I found out ways to fix things, and basically I'm cheap and I wasn't willing to pay someone else to do it. And it just kind of snowballed into rallies and driving the heck out of the car. I've put over 500,000 miles on the Mustang, and all along the way, obviously things keep breaking, and thanks to Summit, I'm able to fix them, and with fast shipping, sometimes on the road, able to fix them, and yeah, it just keeps us moving. And my goal in life is to just keep driving, I guess. My dad always told me I should be a truck driver, and I think I found a way to do it with just 4 wheels.
And that's great because you took that Mustang, you were telling us, up to Alaska and back, right?
Yes, we did 13,000 miles in 30 days. We went from Charleston, South Carolina to Alaska. We did a rally up there. It was basically a 1,000-mile loop of Alaska, and then came back to South Carolina.
Amazing. Now, we're probably standing behind, because of the sun here, one of the very few, if not only, vehicles that was drove to SEMA. Where did you drive this from?
I drove from South Carolina. I do not believe in shipping a car at all. If my car's on a trailer or a tow bed, I usually am in tears. It makes me so sad. I feel like the essence of a vehicle is to be driving.
Right.
And I don't think it's fair to the vehicle to build it and then not drive with it.
Right. I get that completely. I can see it because when it's on the tow bed for you, it's being fixed.
Exactly.
So in this case, what was important to you in this build? Because what's going to happen with this vehicle after it leaves here?
I'm going to take it to the Arctic Circle. They finished the last 80 miles to Tuktoyaktuk took in December of 2017, and ever since then the road has just been calling my name. So I knew I needed a Bronco because when we went to Alaska, I basically almost broke the Mustang in half. The Denali Highway is 100 miles of gravel road, and I was determined to go on it because it was an awesome road. And yeah, it took a beating. So I knew I needed something a little bigger and beefier, and that's why I got the Bronco.
Tuktoyaktuk. It's probably, if you don't know where it is, you probably haven't watched Ice Road Truckers, right?
Yes, exactly.
Because that's on there. Now, second with this, what was the most important thing that you needed to do to make this road ready? Gas
mileage. Well, as far as the engine, the engine was a blown out 400. It had just blow by. There was spraying oil. It wasn't going to make the trip. I thought when I went and got this in Illinois, I thought I was getting, the previous owner had said it was a newly rebuilt motor. I think he may have changed the air cleaner and said it was rebuilt because of that. Because
we've all heard that story. Nothing
was rebuilt on this thing. I can't believe I made it the 1,000 miles back home, but I managed to. But yeah, it was, I mean, I think I was getting about 7 miles to the gallon. That, and I did not realize, I had a learning lesson, that I got one of the all-time 4-wheel drive 78 Broncos. They're very rare. It has a 203 transfer case instead of the 205, so it's all-time 4-wheel drive. And me going on highways, yes, in the Arctic Circle, that would be great, but on the highway, that's not a fun thing. You don't want all 4 tires being powered. So that was one of the immediate things I wanted to switch. I got with Summit and talked to them about motor and what would match up to a 205 transfer case so I could have the part-time 4-wheel drive option.
So you have an automatic in here. You still have the same motor, just rebuilt?
Oh, no.
What do you got?
So I have a love affair with the 351 Windsor. I had it in my Mustang, and I just could not kill that thing. I mean, I remember the first time I took it to Vegas, we were actually going up the hill. Temperature got up to like 250 degrees. I called my boss on the phone. I'm like, well, what do I do? My boss at the body shop, and he tells me, he's like, well, at this point, just keep going. He's like, don't stop, it'll blow up. And I mean, that thing just, like I said, I couldn't beat it up. So when I knew I wanted a different motor, I approached Summit, and I wanted something based on the 351 Windsor, and I went with the 408 stroker because it has enough torque to move a heavy truck, and still was the base 351 Windsor, and it has helped the gas mileage. I'm about at 12 miles to the gallon now.
Awesome. So here you have a lift. What do you got? 4-inch?
No, it's actually, this is stock height, but with 33.5-inch wheels.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yes.
We've seen some James Duff suspension on the bottom.
Yes, James Duff actually is awesome. They don't just make stuff for You can't buy new radius arms for this thing. So radius arms are what control the caster because it's a solid axle. So I actually paid an arm and a leg to get some new ones shipped to me. Turns out they're just old ones that they like spray painted. And I mean, we had to weld pieces of them to make them work, and thank God I found James Duff. They actually have the T-Rex arms is what they call the ones I have. Normally they have these long arms that are made for, you know, off-roading vehicles. I like the off-road abilities, and I'm definitely going to use it to some extent, but I have no intentions of rock climbing and stuff like that. So we went with the T-Rex arms and went ahead and got something so I was able to get the caster I needed to get the thing going straight, but not the lean that's involved with the long arms.
The body roll.
Because that scares me. I'm just not ready for that yet.
In the interior of this, you have it set up beautifully. I mean, it looks very comfortable. Yes. What do you got for seating? Procar
by Scat, they make the most comfortable seats you could ever ask for. That's the #1 question I always get with the Mustang. When I tell people I've put 500,000 miles on it, they're like, how do you do that in a 65 Mustang? If you've ever sat in stock seats, they are just painful. But they've got these awesome seats, lumbar support, all these different options. You can actually recline them. Normal seats you can't. You know, every once in a while on the road, you'll be driving for 12, 14 hours. You need a little cat nap. And thanks to them, I can lean back and relax.
That's awesome.
And another very important thing, the Kicker audio system. That is, yeah, a game changer with me. You need that when you're driving on the road. You need your tunes. It's all hooked to Bluetooth. I can get anything anywhere, and it's amazing. Yeah, you got to have good tunes when you're driving that distance. You really do. Well, we appreciate you walking us through this, not only the car, but also your story. What a great thing. And good luck on your trip up there. I think you got to keep in touch with us and let us know how you're doing. Oh, definitely. Is there a place that we can follow you as you're going up there? Yes, Project Road Warrior on Instagram, Facebook, also Team Mustang Girls if you want to see how the Mustang's doing, and yeah. Awesome. Well, hey guys, thank you for sticking with us through our video with Courtney Barber. Follow her on social media in this trip up to Alaska. We appreciate your time. Have a great day.